This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. But here now the news for December 11th, 2023. Guests who look forward to using H2O Plus products while at their favorite Disney resort hotels or on board the Disney Cruise Line ships have reason to rejoice. It appears that Disney will continue supplying the products under new branding. During the 2023 Disney Vacation Club Condominium Association meeting this week, Vice President of Resort Operations Allison Armour shared that Disney has acquired the rights to the formula for the H2O Plus products and plans to continue to produce the products under its own Disney Resorts branding. Despite being a guest favorite, Pola Orbis Holdings, LLC, the company behind the H2O Plus products, discontinued the brand in 2022. The partnership with Disney originally began in 2006 with soap, shampoos, and lotions from the brand appearing in resort hotel rooms and aboard the Disney Cruise Line. There's no word yet on which H2O Plus products will be making the switch over as part of the Disney Resorts brand, but I know a lot of people cared about this. I kind of figured this was happening already because it had been so long since they announced the discontinuation, and the product kept showing up anyway, and we've seen them change the branding, right? There's several places where we now see the Disney Resort branding on them, but the product hasn't changed, which led me to believe like this product's not actually going away. So this makes sense that this is what is actually happening. So people love the H2O stuff. I've never felt particularly strong or particularly positive or negative against it. I think it's good stuff. It works, does the job. So it's good that it's staying for people. I'm being the oldest man on YouTube. I remember the Mickey Mouse colored toiletries. I don't know if other people remember this. There was the little bottle that had the red cap with Mickey on it, and there was the black and yellow and red little box of soap. And that I miss that. If we want to go even further back in time, back in my day, some resorts had their own branded soap for their hotel, like the Polynesian, the Contemporary, even the Grand Floridian, when that opened in the late 80s, had a special box that their soap came in that was branded for the Grand Floridian. It's not just branded with the logo, it's gorgeous art on it. I don't know if I can dig up mine and show you guys a picture, but nonetheless, that used to be a thing. I'll stop my tangent now. We'll continue with the news. A new refillable mug is now available in pink or blue at the Walt Disney World Resort. The mugs are still making their way into all the hotels, but we did find them, at least for now, at El Mercado de Coronado, at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. The Disney 100 refillable mugs are still available for the time being as well. The refillable mugs can be used at the resort during the entire length of your stay. They're good for a couple weeks. A refillable mug currently costs $21.99. The mug features the same design on any color, but it either has a pink lid and handle or a blue lid and handle. The wraparound design features the icons of each Walt Disney World theme park. There's Spaceship Earth, Cinderella Castle, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I still hate that that's the icon for that park. Makes me very sad. And of course, the Tree of Life for Animal Kingdom. Iconic structures from various resort hotels are also featured. This includes the Pop Century sign, the Disney Skyliner, and the Riviera Resort Tower. There's also the big jukebox. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. The background is dark purple with fireworks going off above the theme parks, and Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Goofy are pictured in a teal blue car driving past the resorts. The main building of the Grand Floridian and the Contemporary are also pictured in the background, and Walt Disney World is printed in white among the fireworks. Where's Pluto? They left Pluto. Is he in the trunk? He might be in the trunk. Disney has revealed, Runaway Railway is great. Disney has revealed the medals that runners will receive during the 2024 Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend, taking place April 18th through the 21st at Walt Disney World. In addition to the races, the weekend will also include morning yoga and the new Run Disney Springtime Surprise Splash event. Take flight for the first event of the race weekend with the Neverland 5K. Join favorite characters from Disney Animation's Peter Pan for a magical 3.1-mile run that'll take you towards the second star to the right and straight on till morning to find the finish line and this beautiful medal. The finish line must be explored as you set out on the exhilarating 6.2-mile race inspired by Disney and Pixar's Up for the Adventure is Out There 10K. Encounter some beloved characters like Russell, Doug, Carl, and even Kevin as you earn this finisher medal. It's the main event, get it, M-A-N-E, for the weekend, the Hakuna Matata 10-miler, an epic running journey inspired by Disney Animation's The Lion King. Join Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa on this roaring run where the spirit of the Circle of Life will guide you to the finish line to pick up this medal. And if you're up for an out-of-this-world challenge, say aloha to Stitch's Ohana Challenge, inspired by Disney Animation's Lilo and Stitch, where completing all the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend races, that's the 5K, the 10K, and the 10-miler, earns you not just bragging rights, but also this Stitch Finisher medal. On a recent trip to the Magic Kingdom, we noticed that the sea serpent topiary, that's been patrolling the grounds near the hub since before opening day in 1971, has been refurbished, and a feature that has not been present for many, many years has returned to this magnificent beast. The sea serpent topiary, one of a handful of original topiary characters on Walt Disney World property, has not been feeling his serpenty best our last few trips to MK, but his misting feature that makes it appear though he's breathing fire or smoke at least has not been operating. I can't remember the last time I saw this working, but nonetheless, it has returned. We noticed the sea serpent topiary was again producing that mist. I don't think I've seen this since I was a kid, honestly. The topiary, which was in the parks well before the first paying guest ever entered, can be seen in the grassy area between the hub and the moat by the walkway to Tomorrowland, back where it's kind of near where the loading area used to be for the Plaza Swan boats, which will also date me as the oldest man on YouTube. That being said, I wasn't even alive. I wasn't even alive for that attraction. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line. They just booked my Alaska and my San Diego cruises, to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. A blue version of the Ursula Tiki mug is now available for a limited time at Trader Sam's Grog Grotto at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. The original Disneyland Resort version of the mug was purple and had a shiny finish. This version is a teal blue with a matte finish. The mug is modeled after Ursula's cauldron as it appeared in The Little Mermaid in 1989, with rigid detailing and a claw-like piece sticking up from the rim. One of Ursula's tentacles wraps around the handle, and polyps are depicted around the bowl of the mug and on the sides of its internal structure. In the film, these polyps are the captured souls of former merpeople. The Ursula Tiki mug includes an orb-shaped glow cube that can sit on a pedestal in the center of the mug and lights up in different colors. Beginning at noon today, while supplies last, Trader Sam's will begin wristband distribution for the mug, which will be sold with a choice of specialty beverage. There's a limit of 2 per person per transaction. The Tiki mug, drink, and glow cube are $75 total. The 2 Little Mermaid-inspired drinks available with the Tiki mug are the Sign the Scroll and the Just Your Voice. The Sign Your Scroll is a Kraken Black Spiced Rum, Bowls Blue Curacao Liqueur, Red Passion Fruit, and Pomegranate Juice. And the Just Your Voice is pomegranate juice with flavors of red passion fruit and blue curacao topped with soda water. So they are offering a non-alcoholic option with the purchase. Reports indicate that due to the upcoming changes, the classic Haunted Mansion will not be returning to Disneyland Park until 2025. Currently, the attraction is operating as Haunted Mansion Holiday, the Nightmare Before Christmas themed overlay for the Halloween and Christmas seasons. An end date for Haunted Mansion Holiday has not been announced yet, though it is expected to be sometime in January. In order for Haunted Mansion Holiday to reopen as scheduled in August of 2024, the attraction will need to close for refurbishment. Though no time frame or length of closure has been confirmed beyond January of 2024, sources report that it is likely necessary to close the attraction for the entire period between holiday seasons, and this would mean the regular Haunted Mansion could not come back until at least early 2025. Of course, as you know, the Haunted Mansion will receive a grounds expansion with an extended queue, a new elevator exit for accessibility, and a new retail shop at its exit. The grounds of the Haunted Mansion will experience its own spirited metamorphosis at Disneyland next year. These additions to the grounds will build on the story and lore of the classic attraction, but will also include an expanded outdoor queue with enhanced theming. The expanded queue will tie those stories into the overall lore of the mansion, as well as include other additions like new gardens inspired by Master Gracie, Madame Leota, and the One-Eyed Cat. A new retail shop adjacent to the exit of the Haunted Mansion will also be added. It'll be themed as a carriage house for the mansion, with the shop belonging to Madame Leota. More details will be shared at a later date. But yeah, so in order they're not willing to sacrifice Haunted Mansion Holiday, right? That makes a lot of money every year, sells a lot of tickets, people love it. And so in order to get all this construction work done, the mansion is going to be closed at least from January-ish until August, early September, right? And so with that being said, they're not willing to sacrifice holiday, and so no regular Haunted Mansion next year at Disneyland. So that means we lost regular Haunted Mansion in August of 2023, and it may not come back until January, February, who knows, sometime in early 2025. So that's quite a long time for the original Haunted Mansion to be gone from Disneyland. Let us know in the comments. I know people have gotten grumpier about these overlays over the years. I mean, Haunted Mansion Holiday is fantastic, but I know people are sad about, missing so much Haunted Mansion. There's people that go only certain times a year. And so I know there's people I know who have never even seen regular Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And people feel the same about the Hyperspace Mountain overlay too, where they complain that regular Space Mountain misses so much time. But let me know in the comments how you feel. Yet another new detail has been added to San Fransokyo Square in Disney California Adventure. The land, which took over what was Pacific Wharf, officially opened on August 31st, but in typical Disney fashion, propping and such has still been popping up, and even now into November and December, more has been added. Even last month, we saw that big Baymax coin appear over the medallion machine. I don't think we talked about it on this show, but now a new sign featuring a Monsters, Inc. Easter egg has been installed. The sign is on a lamppost behind the bakery tour above a Baymax crossing and stop sign. The new sign is made of a ship's wheel with bells and red and white strips hanging from the spokes. Those red and white strips are a cultural thing in Japan. You'll see them at the entrance of a restaurant or usually during seasonal festivals. They are a thing. A plaque reading Historic is on the top of the wheel, and in the center is a yellow circle reading San Fransokyo Square. A red squid-like character is pictured holding kitchen utensils and wearing a white bandana with a kanji in the center. The squid appears to be a reference to Harry Hassen's sushi chef from Monsters, Inc. Say that 5 times fast. This character also appears on Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue just a few steps away in Hollywoodland, California Adventure. At night, the light on the top of the post shines directly onto the sign. I believe the ship's wheel sign is also a very typical thing in San Francisco in the wharf area as well. But this is a very cute little prop sign, whatever you want to call it. It's neat. Disneyland Paris revealed a new collectible figure of the mayor from Phantom Manor by artist Kevin and Jody. The limited edition piece will be available on December 16, 2023, while supplies last. The mayor is a portly figure who lifts his entire head instead of just his top hat. He's dressed in an orange and red suit with a blue sash and a giant key. If you've never been on the ride before, he's actually, he uses some components of the Dreamfinder. If his face looks familiar, that's the Dreamfinder from Journey into Imagination. Also on the ride, the ghost host from the American attractions, does not exist. So they use the original ghost host audio. In this case, the mayor, as he welcomes you and lifts his hat and his head off, will say, welcome foolish mortals and all of that as a reference to the original attractions that inspired Phantom Manor. The figure will be available at the Thunder Mesa Mercantile Building, Harrington's Fine China and Porcelains on Main Street, and as well as the Disney Gallery. It has a limited edition size of just 1,000 pieces. Last year, Kevin and Jody created a figure of Phantom Manor itself. They also did a figure of Melanie and the Phantom, too. Phantom Manor and Big Thunder Mountain newspaper prints were released earlier in the fall as well, and a full Phantom Manor collection released in September as part of that larger attractions collection that has been all the rage at Disneyland Paris. They're killing it. Merchandise team in Paris is killing it, man. The current version of Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland will close forever on July 31st, 2024, at the end of a months-long celebration of the attraction called Celebrating Space Mountain, The Final Ignition. The new Space Mountain will open in 2027. Celebrating Space Mountain, The Final Ignition will take place from April 9th through July 31st of 2024. Tokyo Space Mountain was cloned from the Disneyland version of the ride and opened with the park on April 15th, 1983. Disney and the Oriental Land Company announced the new Space Mountain and released concept art all the way back in April of 2022. The art shows the new Space Mountain and the Tomorrowland Plaza. While the current Space Mountain is still open, construction has already begun on the new one. Site clearing began in the fall of 2022, and a groundbreaking ceremony took place in May of 2023. Oriental Land Company is spending approximately 56 billion yen, that's $437 million on the new ride. The Space Mountain name and theme will be retained, as well as Coca-Cola's sponsorship. The new coaster will be the first new thrill attraction at Tokyo Disney Resort since the Tower of Terror opened back in 2006. The rumor is, just a rumor, that it will be the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride system with an original story. Well, hey, we'll wait and see if that's true. Also, the other weird rumor we've heard is it's going to be sea. It's going to be the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. They're going to space. So maybe it's sea in the future, which would be the first time we've seen that. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing official just yet. Leading up to and after the grand opening of Fantasy Springs in DisneySea, the Dreaming of Fantasy Springs event will celebrate the new land. From April 9th through June 30th, Tokyo DisneySea will present Dreaming of Fantasy Springs, featuring a harbor greeting show, decorations, merchandise, and menus, all themed to the special event. Dreaming of Fantasy Springs will allow guests to imagine and gain a better grasp of the world of Fantasy Springs. Guests will be able to expand their imagination and begin dreaming of what kind of magical world awaits them when the new port opens. And Fantasy Springs, of course, will open on June 6th, 2024. That's all the details they gave us. We have no idea what anything in the event is, but nonetheless, more interestingly, this next announcement, in their calendar of spring 2024 special events, Tokyo Disney Resort announced their first ever Tokyo DisneySea Food and Wine Festival. Of course, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival has been a staple of Walt Disney World since 1995, and the Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival has been at the Disneyland Resort on and off since 2006, but Tokyo Disney Resort has never done a version of this event. The Tokyo DisneySea Food and Wine Festival will begin on April 1st and last through June 30th. Themed to traveling the world through cuisine, the festival will feature creatively designed special courses, set meals, and snacks, as well as beverages. The festival will be inspired by the ports of Tokyo DisneySea, including Fantasy Springs, which will open later next year. That is so exciting. Look, DisneySea is the best Disney park in the world. And so a food and wine festival that's themed to the ports, right? So some of that makes sense, right? You have, Lost River Delta is Central and Southern America. It's easy, right? There's a New York section in American Waterfront. There's a lot of ideas there. But what excites me is that there are more fantastical ports at DisneySea, right? There's Mermaid Lagoon. What food do you make from Mermaid Lagoon? Is it just seafood? And then for me personally, you guys know I'm a big 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea fan. They have Mysterious Island, my favorite themed land in any Disney park in the world. I cannot wait to see what food do you make for Captain Nemo? I don't know. I'm excited to see what this will be. Very excited. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. You can also support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. And quick, I want to plug real quick. We have a very special show on the WDWNT TV channel this week, an annual tradition. It is Tony's Christmas special. This year, it's called Tony's Jolly Wave Night. Yep, he's been inspired by the Hollywood Studios event. It might be about the same quality level. We'll have to see. But nonetheless, this Thursday night at 9 p.m. is part of WDW News Tonight. Don't miss this annual tradition. If you want a good laugh at the expense of the Disney parks we know and love, tune into News Tonight. And watch last week's show. We've had rave reviews for last week's show. Piano Rob wrote a tremendous parody song. We had a great game of The Price is Right, so much more. And our guest, Big Fat Panda from BigFatPanda.com, special thanks to him. Go check it out. It's there now on the WDWNT TV channel. Give it a watch. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.